On this episode of OrderDog TV, I'm going to show you how to upload your catalog items using the OrderDog MS Excel tool. Welcome to our new vendor training series. In the next few shows, I'm going to be showing you how you can get your product catalog into the OrderDog system, how to make changes to your products, configure your account, process sales orders, and generate some reports. So let's get started. The MS Excel tool is the easiest tool to use for importing your catalog, if your catalog contains a large number of items. To get started, it's useful to have the following information available for each item in your catalog. We're going to need an item ID, which will be up to 20 characters and must be unique. UPC 1, 2, and 3, the first will always be the primary UPC, which will be 7 to 15 digits, and if it starts with a 0, make sure that's included, and make sure there's no dashes or spaces. 2 and 3 will be examples like a nutrition bar that may have a UPC on the bar and a UPC on the box. You'll want to make sure both of those are included. Your brand name and description. Your description can be up to 75 characters. More detailed description can be entered later. Size will be examples like 6 ounces or 21 grams. Form, again, you'll have capsules, liquid, soap bars. Cell pack, examples will be bottle, eaches, displays, and you'll finish with your retail price and your wholesale. If you have not gathered this information or it is currently not available, you may want to pause this video now and restart it once you've gathered what you need. Now, if you have this information, then we're ready to get started. Okay, so now that we're logged into OrderDog, we're going to put our mouse over the Inventory tab and click on Inventory Items. This will open the Items All page, and from here we're going to go to the Helper Toolbox and click on MS Excel Tool. Our download will start, and once finished, you can close out any download windows that we have and get ready to open up our OrderDog catalog file. Prior to opening this up here, I'd like to show you our catalog information that we prepared prior to getting ready to upload our information. As you can see here, I've gathered my information as far as my item IDs, UPCs, manufacturer names, brand names, descriptions, item size, form, and cell packs. So all this information will make it easier for me to actually upload my information using the Excel tool. So let's get started here and open up the Excel tool. When this opens up, we're going to make sure we click on Enable Macros, and it'll immediately come into our Instructions tab here. This is here for your review in case you need any help once you get started. The first thing that you're going to need to do is click on the Settings tab, and here's where you're going to enter in all your OrderDog information that you should have received from your OrderDog trainer or from your sales rep immediately after signing up here. So the information that I'm going to be putting in here is strictly for training purposes, and you won't need to use this here at all. So we'll just type our information in here real quick. Trade class is going to be very important. It's always going to be retailer for you. That's who you sell to. Industry ID, also very important. It'll always be 100. Partner ID, again, that is something you'll get immediately after signing up from your trainer or from your sales rep. So to review, everything that we have entered here is for training purposes only, and you'll get your information from your trainer or from your sales rep. After you have your information entered in here, we're going to jump over to our Items tab. So we can click on Items, and now we can begin entering in our information. So if you haven't gathered your information on a spreadsheet like I've just showed you, you can manually type it in here. And I'll just create a little item ID here real quick, and we'll type in a sample UPC. Notice I have my leading 0 there on the front, and I have no dashes in the UPC code here, very important. Once the UPC is entered in here, we're going to enter in our manufacturer name, and I'm just going to use my company for example. Then we'll jump over to item brands. Also, I'm just going to use my company. Item description, we're just going to put in here something a little fun here, organic jelly beans. Item size, we're going to say it's a 16-ounce bag. Form, we're going to say it's a bag form. Maybe here. And cell pack is also going to be a bag. Our MSRP, real quick and easy. We don't need any dollar signs. We can just put in a value. Each price, it's important to note that's going to be your wholesale price. So you'll put in your wholesale there. Cost, you'll leave blank at this point in time. And you can just keep arrowing over until we get to the status date. Status date is going to be today's date. So you can just type in like 8/13 and let the spreadsheet do all the formatting for you. You'll notice as we go across here, the minimum order, max order, and all the box price information right here in the center of the screen, it's automatically filling in on this first line. If it doesn't fill in for you, quick and easy thing to do is click on the autofill button right here. And what that'll do is that'll run through a little macro real quick and fill in anything that might be missing there. So our first line right there represents our first record, and everything in there is nice and complete. Now, if you do have another spreadsheet file, you can quickly just copy and paste the information right in there. Your formatting may be a little bit different from what you're seeing there. Some of your columns may not be lined up. You might have a file that may not have the different UPC fields in, but this file here is nice and formatted for us. You can just grab your selection and copy the information, go back over to the order dog file, and very important to note, whenever you're copying from another spreadsheet into the order dog catalog tool, we always suggest you use the paste special option and select values. This will strip any formulas or special formatting that you may have on your file and will assure when it comes into the order dog file everything's correct. Leading zeros in this case here all show up, and all the digits are perfectly correct there. So once we have everything in there just the way we like it, we have a couple of upload options. We have upload all, upload changed items, and upload selected rows. Upload all items is what you're going to want to use if you have a brand new account. That'll just simply take everything on this spreadsheet, upload it to your iPortal account, and just overwrite anything that may already be there. Upload changed items is when you come back to this spreadsheet tool and you're using it later on. It'll just look for changes and it'll be a little bit quicker to upload. Upload selected rows is going to be your final option there, and it's quite simply just for highlighting a few rows at a time. Uploading selected rows may help you out. It goes a little bit faster. It's not going through a whole bunch of line items. Just another option for you to have there. So now we have all of our information entered in here. We're just going to click on the Upload All Items button. And what will happen now is the spreadsheet will use the macros that are embedded in there, connect to OrderDog, and upload this information. It's important to note when the file starts to upload the items, it does take up some of your system resources. So the best thing to do is just to kind of let it sit there and connect to OrderDog. It'll go relatively quick depending on the size, but the best thing to do is let it sit there, and that way you don't run into any messages or any problems. Okay, so we can see here that 9 items were uploaded. It'll always tell you the number, and we'll just click on OK, and that will finish up our use of the Excel tool here. All of our general information has now been sent up to the OrderDog iPortal account. Okay, so to recap, we've just bulk imported our catalog, or a large portion of our catalog, into the iPortal system. As you can see, this can really save us some time instead of having to manually enter each catalog item. Now we'll finish up providing a more detailed information such as our keywords for searching, product images, and more detailed product descriptions. So let's get back to our iPortal screen and get this finished out. Okay, so now we're back to our iPortal. If you're not already at your Items All page, again, you can put your mouse over to Inventory tab, click on Inventory Items, and that'll open up the Items All page. Now that our catalog has been uploaded here, we have all of our general information in the system. Now it's time to add in our details such as our keywords, our image URL, and a more detailed product description in order to make the item record a more customer-friendly record for our retailers. So what you'll do is find the item, click on the Item Edit icon, and this will open up the item so we can finish putting in that information. We're going to go over to our Details tab, and from here we can start by putting in our image URL. So if you know what that is, you can type that in here now. It's important to note that the image URL, the images must be hosted by you, so you're going to get that from your website. And once the image URL is put in there, then you can start working on your keywords. The keywords are much like you would expect to see in like Google. Customers may come in and shop for, if they're looking for jelly beans, they might look for jelly beans, of course. Flavors are always good to put in here, so we got like strawberry. Orange If this is like a mixed bag, we can put all the different ones in there. You want to make sure you spell everything correct. They will find items a lot easier here. Your details down here, this is where you can put in your more detailed product information, as far as like if this was perhaps like a bottle of vitamin C, you could put on like dosages, exactly when you would want to use it and why you would want to use it. For this here, we're just going to type in something like 16-ounce bag assortment, or assorted. Let's do that. And from here, we can just hit our Save Changes, and then we'll click on our Preview tab to check and see what this will look like in shopping for our customers. And that'll be it. All we got to do is close the window and repeat the process for our other items. There we go. Remember, you can always view this and other helpful information on OrderDog's knowledge base at support.orderdog.com. In our next video in this series, we're going to review how to process your sales orders. For OrderDog TV, I'm Daryl Godfrey. Thanks for watching.